Okay, so shall we start, my dear?
We shall.
Yeah, so go ahead. This time you start.
Okay. So a few episodes ago,
Hello,
before.
I mean, we start usually by
Oh
saying
yeah.
hi, hello, and so forth.
Hello and welcome back to Back Me Up.
Hi, guys. Happy to see you.
Just FYI, if you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and share down below.
Yes, exactly.
And today, a few weeks ago, one of my friends asked to talk about fashion and style, and we were like scratching our heads a lot of how we can make this topic interesting, and hopefully we have it. So today we're going to be talking about style and fashion and everything related to that, and just our opinion. Don't take it as a we know everything. We're just showing our opinion on this topic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we want to share our way, right?
Yeah.
Or our way of thinking about those things, but that doesn't really mean that that's the, truth you have to believe and you have to follow. You will find your own way, I believe, right? The good thing here that people are asking, so that means that this topic is interesting, right? I mean, it's interesting to talk about things, even if it might look that it's, maybe it's a bit flat, maybe it's not deep enough and so forth. But this is basically the way we look. You can send the message like very right or very wrong, right, about
Yeah.
yourself. So yeah, I believe that it's an interesting topic, and thank you so much for asking that question, because we would never talk about that, right?
No,
I
no.
believe.
We were planning to talk about subjects that will go both to girls and guys. We don't know.
Well, that goes to
It.
both as
We'll
well.
see how much guys interactions we'll have with this episode. I'm interested actually.
Well, I mean, it depends how you will take that topic. Because for me, style is not only clothes you wear or brands you choose, right? It's also the way you are communicating, the way you are.
Mannerism.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Mannerism is very
everything.
important to me.
Yes, everything overall. Yeah, yeah. I mean, your communication, your look, your friends, your attitude, right? And everything goes together. So it's style. I mean, I believe that we should talk a little bit wider than clothes only, right? Because it's clothes.
Well, I think clothes only. Then like professionals will talk about that. We can talk
Yeah,
about something
yeah. I mean, we are not
different.
from fashion industry, right? And we are not creating any clothes. And it's not that we have a sort of very deep knowledge about that, but our own way, how we discovered our style. Or did we?
Still,
Right?
how we're still discovering it.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, I wanted to start from asking you, uh, what is style and what is fashion for you?
I heard you reading that question
Uh
before, and
huh.
I have no clue what's the difference.
Yeah, really?
Maybe,
Okay.
okay, maybe let's, style would be personal, how very
Yeah, yeah,
difficult
yeah. You're
to.
going the right direction. Yes.
Style is your personal taste in clothes and how you're dressing. Like, we have pretty different styles.
Mm-hmm.
And fashion would be maybe the overall, like Paris Fashion Week, and just like the basic, like the core of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, fashion is something what is being offered at some time to the majority, right? Let's say that. So basically, it's very temporary thing, because fashion is changing every single season, every single year, right? So if person is fashionable, that means that he is following trends, right? He is following I don't know, maybe some brand is more trendy than the other one. Maybe we are using, I don't know, Balenciaga's shoes, right? Because it's not really style. It's just fashion.
Following the
Yes,
trend, yeah,
exactly.
exactly what you
It's
said.
something was being offered, right? Style, otherwise, it comes from the person, right? It doesn't really matter that being stylish has nothing to do with being fashionable, because you can, for example, have your own style and wear or buy clothes only from the vintage shops and secondhand shops and have a perfect style, right? I mean, your unique appearance, your unique look.
I think that fashion is mainly very expensive. Um, Fashion and style have a difference in price, I guess, because style, as she said, could be from secondhand shops and
Yeah,
like a shirt for €1, you could make it look like a
yeah.
$100
You can
€100 outfit.
style
Yeah,
it.
you can style it, but
Exactly.
fashion is what you get offered, like big brands and more high end brands.
Yeah, and then even if the big brands are offering some special pattern or some special color for this season, let's say that, right? Then the smaller brands are following, right? Because, for example, you can see a lot, let's say, a lot similar features in Zara shops what Versace is doing, right? So they are basically copying because they know that this is the trend, right? But not necessarily everyone can offer to buy Versace clothes, right? And sort of, if you want to be fashionable, you might use cheaper option, but just with the same pattern, with the same color, with the same shapes and forms, right? However, that not necessarily will make you a stylish person, right?
Yeah.
So, so now you know, right? So the fashion comes, let's say, from outside, what is being offered to us, and the style comes from my inside. How do I feel like? Who I am? What I wanna? What message I want to send to whomever I'm meeting, right? And I can have like, let's say, few different styles, few different characters, right? My work
Yeah.
style or your school style. Well, not
Well, I
not
have to wear a
much. Yes,
uniform.
exactly. But still, you still can
No,
express
yeah,
yourself,
but
right? And doesn't
from
matter.
this school, I realized that we're allowed to, not my class, but the older kids are allowed to like dye their hair and jewelry, and we're slowly starting to get to express ourselves. And then in university, we'll be all the way whatever we want to do. But then we're gonna see who can read the room and
Yes.
dress appropriately for
Yes.
what they're doing.
Yes, exactly. So okay. So how do you think how the style starts? Like, I mean, how can you get it? And when do you know that you have it? Or if ever happens that you know that you have the style and I will stick to that style all my life, that is mine. How do you think? Where is the beginning of that?
Beginning, I think, would be if you're a girl, your mom; if you're a guy, your dad, or
Okay.
whoever the person is closest to you, like yeah, your parent figure. So for me, the style started from you, obviously, because
Okay.
even if you would scroll back in our Instagram, she always, all her life, wore, like, not all her life, but the last, like, 10 years,
More or
wore
less.
leather jackets and was
Lots of
all black,
colors.
lots of colors,
No.
all black, all black.
No,
And
no, I also have white. And I have, yes, yes. Well, that is my style, right?
yeah, black
Okay.
and white. Like,
Black and white.
it was very um fancy vampire-esque.
Oh no, really? Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, like, I don't, it was like that, and
Mm-hmm.
still sort of is. Maybe right now more it is, and back then it was more like punky
Mm-hmm.
style.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It goes ups and downs. Sometimes
Yeah.
you want to sort of you feel that the message of, let's say, punky or rocky or so forth will work
It's
better.
fitting for you,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so when I was starting to get out of my pink phase,
And she had one for sure.
my room in Lithuania is still pink. It's completely pink.
But that is not bad. I mean, nothing is bad about it because you had some, phases of your
Yeah,
life,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's okay. You had this need, right? This girly, soft, very, very, very sweet color need, and you satisfied it, and that's fine. And
Yeah,
you
and I
moved on.
went through it. I'm
Exactly.
happy though I went through it at a very young age. I wouldn't like to go through my pink
No.
phase right now.
Okay. Well, I had this when I was 15. Yeah, when I was 15, my most favorite color was purple.
But
Yeah.
purple
No,
is
no, no.
different.
Purple,
Bright
like,
purple.
yes, like that
Oh,
kind of purple. Can you
uh,
believe it? Yes, yes, I had like lots of clothes in purple. Then I had pink also. Then I was like, that very, I don't know, cocky,
Barbie girl,
yes, Barbie
mean
girl.
girl.
Yes,
The
yes, yes, yes. That one. I had it all, to be honest. Till I actually found my style,
if
sort
you
of.
would see her pictures of when she was younger, duh, so different. She had like long hair, like till
Yes,
here.
yes.
So you went through all of your phases.
Totally. So let's go back, the step back,
Mm.
the question I asked you. So basically, what you're saying that you have to have somebody to copy, sort of, right? To at least to find the right approach to all these, clothes and accessories and even the behavior, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's absolutely okay, right? Because even if you will take the art, let's say musicians, right? You cannot create the music or the song if you will not sort of
Have
copy
some
the
information
artists.
from
Yes,
something.
that's how it starts, right? You have to copy, you have to feel, you have to live through, right? And then you will be able to take something from one, something from the other one. And that's what I see now in your style, to be honest. Because you are taking some element, like very little detail from my style, then very little detail from someone else's, and then you are creating your own approach, your own visual appearance, right?
But I'm honestly I don't think that I have a settled style.
Okay.
Cause there's three styles. There's
Mhm.
one where I'm feeling so calm that I barely even want to touch anything like very very strong color or very like dark or very something, and I just choose the softest thing I have and put it on.
Mhm.
Then there's the one that I put on some band T-shirt
Okay.
and the leather jacket and just every
That's a
most
declaration, sort of. Uh-huh.
aggressive, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And this.
And and this. What is
I,
that?
I don't know how I can describe it. It's um weird style.
Weird style.
Weird mixed
Eclectic,
with
you mean? It's not exactly what you would buy, sort of, but when you put it on, it kind of goes with your
yeah,
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of items like that then that when my friends look at it like
Mm.
how can you wear that?
Yeah, if you would take it separately,
Yeah, it's like
that clothes or
yeah.
whatever you have, like shirt or dress, that would not go, right?
Yeah.
That would be awful. No way that you will wear it. But
Mhm.
again, then you can style it, right? You can mix and match. You can take very girly skirt, let's say that, or dress. You can put some very heavy
Like heavy
boots.
boots or
Yes,
heavy boot
and
heels.
then leather jacket on top, and that there you go, it will match your character and your style. Yes, I mean, but that's good that you have like that. You have different characters, but it's not only your clothes and your style. I believe that's also
Music.
you
Okay.
yourself, because
Of course, yeah.
you are still growing, you are still developing your character, you are still going with your own approach to the world, right? You don't know who you are, you don't know you are not sure about some parts of your life right yet, and that's okay, you're building it, right? And since you have few different options to choose, it might help you to build your own character as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about guys with mixing their different styles?
That's the same for guys and girls, I would say.
But the thing is that guys are expected to wear only like manly clothes and stuff. Now I see in guys my older than my age, like 16 in
Mm-hmm.
USA more and in more open countries, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. For sure, not Lithuania.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like experimenting with more girly
Yeah.
clothes and more
Yeah.
feminine and everything. And uh, do you think that they have as much options as we do?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, let's say you hear that quite often coming from me that, for example, perfume has no gender, has no sex, right? I mean, either you like the smell and you will wear it, either it's too sweet or so forth, but it has no female and male sense
Just the
in terms of
packaging will
yes,
be.
exactly. That's that, that's exactly the same, I would say. For me, for example, I had this on my own skin when I cut my hair, and I have my short hair for, I don't know, like more than 10 years. Um, People, and then I put my, those boots and the leather jacket, la la la, and people like to question my sexual orientation just because of my hair. It's so unfair, right? So if you will take the other way around, if I'm a guy, right, and I want to play, I don't know, with different colors, with different patterns, with different shapes and forms, that doesn't make me less man. I mean, I'm a man. I am who I am, right? How are you creating your style? By experimenting with it, by putting something what others uh, are not so, I don't know, comfortable to put, right? But because the style is something unique about you, right? So you have to be brave to try different things, right? Even if in society we have that, even from the very little age, pink is for girls, blue, baby blue is for boys, right? I mean, and that's about it. Basically, we have two options, and then you have to match into those two, right? And but that's just society. It's not exactly what we have to follow. I mean, if you are comfortable to follow and that's okay with you, do that, right? Because even with the pink color, you can create something interesting as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that colors are bad just because I'm wearing black, or sometimes white. No, I mean, people can play with different things, right? So yeah, I mean, guys, girls, just try, just try, be brave. Do not stick to something your friends are wearing or what others will say about me, right? Everyone was saying the same. It's like, no, because I was asking people if I will cut my hair, because I always wanted to do that. And I was like, no, come on, you would look like a guy, Then it's like, no, you have such a long, beautiful hair. But I always felt that that doesn't go with my character. This is not who I am. And I was, changing the color, changing the, haircut, and trying to find that sort of alignment with who I am and what do I see in the mirror. And every single time after my new, transformation, when I'm changing the color from red to black, and then to white and so forth, I, I, I couldn't kind of say that that person in the mirror is exactly who I am inside. And from the day I cut my hair, I was like, yeah, that's it. But I'm not saying that everybody will find their own, style by cutting their hair. No, it's just
But actually,
unique
I
stuff.
remember when you cut your hair.
Yeah, I did it myself, by the way.
She cuts my hair, and
Yes,
she
exactly.
did this whole thing herself.
Yes.
But I remember when you cut your hair, and you were so happy you came out, and like you were smiling like this, like look, look, look. Then my
Yes.
dad came home, and he was like,
Yes, and everybody
"What?"
reacted like that, but everybody liked after all.
Except my grandma, other side grandma.
Well, accept people who still thinks that I'm lesbian. I mean, and let them think like that. If that's how kind of uh, their way of thinking is in that small box,
It's old
It's
style. It's
like
conservative.
yes, if you have long hair, so you are normal. If the girl has short hair, she's lesbian. let it go, I mean, let them think like that. I don't mind, absolutely. I have no labels for people in general, so it's okay for me. So yeah, I mean, go your own way, if you feel, try. If you will try, you will see that that is not exactly what you want. You will always change. Don't do tattoos on your face. That will not ever go away. Even like, piercing on your face, that will still leave some, especially eyebrow. It always
Eyebrows,
leaves
yes.
the marks.
And here,
And
this
yes,
area.
yes. So it's like, be very careful with things like that. Make sure that you actually want it, right? And you are, of course,
Well, you tried
at least
tongue piercing.
yes, yes, I did that. I did. Yes, I had a piercing in my tongue. I mean, I did it all till I actually arrived to the comfortable. So, yeah, I mean, for me, style, I think, is something you are comfortable in, right?
Yeah.
So, if you are comfortable with one of your characters in these clothes, the other character would goes out with some, edgy clothes, follow it. I mean, be comfortable in your appearance, in your visual, avatar. Let's say,
Visual
because,
avatar.
at some point, we all are creating our avatars, right? We want to express who we are with all possible ways. And I would say that not not clothes only, not accessories or whatever, that sort of material stuff will help you, but also the way you are, your manners, your I don't know, language also, right? Because if I want to be, I don't know, cool guy and sort of rapper, and so of course I will use different language than someone who wants to be tight and suit, right?
Yeah.
So that's normal. Yeah, but how to start? Let's say one morning you woke up and you are goes like, okay, I'll build my own style. I feel that I need one, right? I'm ready, right? So can you give some advices, for example, what you are doing, how you are changing these characters, and how you are building your own style aside of copying?
Well, while we were living in Lithuania, we were mostly shopping in secondhand shops
Mm-hmm.
because there was so many options that you would not find in a like H&M or somewhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was um when I started going through the clothes myself, not when I was like 8 or something and just
Yes.
looking for something pink, like, oh, Mamita, look, there's something pink.
Yes.
Um, but when I actually started looking and through everything myself from like 10, from 10 I started building my own style.
Mm-hmm.
So then it evolved through shops you go to, through countries. The country you live in influences a lot, I think. Because when I come back to Lithuania, I see the difference in how I'm dressing and everything, and the clothes I'm bringing. Like, where am I gonna wear this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I bring some beret. Last time I went to Lithuania, I brought a beret that I bought in Portugal. I was right after we were traveling, and I forgot it there because I legitimately didn't even use it.
Mm-hmm.
There was no option.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wake up one morning and you want to build your own style, I mean, best is like from if you're close to us. There's people who would never choose this option. Best is if you have a secondhand shop, go and just go through everything. If you don't like anything, you see that that's not yours. That's not your vibe. It's not what you're going for. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like you can't make anything from that, or you just don't find it. In
Mm-hmm.
Malta, we don't have secondhand shops, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit like upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, Google like different styles like punk rock or minimalist or like spiritual hippie kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
You can even find like happy middles. I mean, just go shopping or just open some website and see what you could put together with your clothes, because most of the time if you get really creative and you just go through your closet, like section out clothes that you don't really like it or you don't think you can make anything out of it, and try to make do of what you have already. And if you see like, I put this together but it's missing like like some color.
Mm-hmm.
Go to some shop, get that color, and see if you feel like, or try it on if you feel comfortable with that kind of style takes a long time to develop. I mean, it takes maturity. It takes finding who you want to be seen as a person,
Mm-hmm.
experimenting and everything. I
Can I
mean,
stop you here?
yeah.
You are talking about clothes only. Why?
I just mentioned mannerism
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. But what if we will go step back or even few steps back? Uh, I always like to say that, and I already had this phrase on, I believe, like the second episode or so. First of all, you have to start to build your style with uh,
hygiene.
self-care. Mm-hmm. Yes. So once you're waking up in the morning and you actually feel that okay, I will pay a little bit more attention of on how I look like, who I am, how other people see me, right? Then you will start from where? From shower, I would say, right? From having a good shower, from taking a good care of yourself, right? And that goes to both guys and girls, right? So for me, what is very important and what is the background of the style is that you would be clean. In terms, your hair are clean, your skin is clean, your nails are clean, right? I mean, you can put the most, I don't know, amazing setup on somebody's body. But if that person is not clean, unless it's your style, sort of, trashy,
No,
gaudy,
but
and so forth. I don't know, but it's a good start to taking a good care of your body.
here's the thing: if you want to be that trashy gothy, I mean goth, I don't think it applies with goes at all with uncleanliness.
Well, I
Well, if that's your
think it goes.
style,
I think it goes because
no,
they don't believe and they don't pay a lot attention to the in general your body and your life
no.
because they
I
more
think you
focus on
have a
their death.
bad intention perception of goth.
Okay. Well, let's talk some one day about those subcultures. That's
Okay,
interesting topic as well.
but if even if your style is that trashy hippie or whatever, if you're gonna take a shower, you're gonna look like such a classy hippie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that will help you
Yeah,
immediately, right?
it'll bring you the people's perception of you from okay.
Yeah.
Because usually that's the reaction you're gonna get as a hippie style. I went through that too in summer.
Mm-hmm.
I had that, and I'm probably gonna go back to it at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, before you take a shower and after you take a shower with the exact same clothes, it's gonna change like from
Of
here to
course.
here,
Yeah, of
everything.
course. Yes, of course. I mean, so yeah, so taking a shower, checking that everything is clean and you are a clean person in general, right? You are taking a good care of yourself. And then the next step, I would say, investigating your body, right? Do not do that mistake that you are taking somebody as an example, those influencers or or somebody, maybe one of your friends, and then copying their style, exactly their style. Well, copying is good, but first of all, check your body and try to find somebody who has more or less similar features, right?
Check what your body type is, like, or Google what's my body type, and then check what's it called, like the
Yeah.
closest one, and then Google like how to dress for a pear-shaped body,
Yes, exactly.
like
Or
that.
maybe you can also Google some specific people you like. Let's say it can be from actors from, Hollywood. That's fine. And it goes again for both guys and girls, right? So I already have a proper example which I should follow, right? Not necessarily I want to follow my mom's style or my friend's style, so maybe I want to look somewhere else, right? So then I'm finding the perfect example for according to my body, right? And then you can follow because Again, like the worst thing what you can do is if you will actually, for example, yesterday we talked about that. If you will use bad size clothes, right? And with bad size, most of too small clothes for
Yeah.
your body, right?
Oversized. Most of my clothes are oversized. You
Yes,
can.
exactly. So find the clothes which fits perfect, right? Do not try to squeeze yourself into small jeans or pair of jeans or something like that because that will never help. In the first place, you will not feel comfortable.
No, it'll bring up insecurities. That's.
Yes, I mean you can put yourself no matter how you look like and what is your body shape and so forth. If you will choose wrong size, you will look weird and you will feel weird in those clothes, right? So first of all, find your own size. Go and check. Take if you are taking, let's say, going for a shopping, take the size you think, the smaller and the bigger. Okay, take three sizes of the same pair of jeans, for example. And then you will see what's the difference in you being in these jeans and then how you look like, right? So the right size helps a lot. And then the clean clothes itself, because you can represent any kind of best
Well, that
style.
goes with hygiene.
Yes, that goes with hygiene, except it's not your body, it's just, the clothes you are wearing, okay? Always make sure that you are wearing good quality, material, good quality fabric, right? Especially if you're wearing, let's say, if we're talking about underwear or something like that, it's always good to choose, I don't know, cotton or something like that.
Don't buy underwear from secondhand shops. Just
Yeah, so I mean you have to go and first of all, mm, give a priority to the quality, okay, and then you can style on top, right? And again, for example, use the good I don't know, not deodorant and perfume and things like that, especially when you are a teenager and one day you realize that your hormones kick off and you have different sort of smell of your body, right? Make sure that you will take a good care of that as well because it's a part of the style, right?
yeah.
Because you can look very, very, I mean, wow, but if you smell bad, right? If you are sweaty, not much you can do. I mean, people will have, they might see you in a very good way, but they will remember you in a very bad way, the way you don't want.
So I have a question.
Okay.
When you were a kid, obviously, or like around my age,
Mm-hmm.
obviously the styles and trends and fashion was very, very different.
Totally.
So, what was a trend or fashion standard, let's say, that you didn't like at all, or
Mm-hmm.
you vaguely, like vividly remember
Mm-hmm.
that is it's either coming back into trend or you're starting to like now?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, it's very difficult because a lot of things are changed in that time, and we are talking just about like 20 years, but so many things are changed in that. Oh Jesus Christ, it's very difficult for me to remember because first thing, like I mentioned many times before, we didn't have internet when I was your age,
And you
you
were
know.
living in the
Yes,
village,
exactly. So my style was more or less something
you could find.
I can find, and it was nothing to impress you.
So then let's change the question a bit
Okay.
from the age you moved into the city.
Okay.
So that was around 16.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, when I when I start living in a city again, we didn't have, or at least I do not remember that I would follow some specific person in terms of trying to be like her and somehow taking some ideas from
but you were
something.
modeling, so that
Yes.
put in the.
So that kind of gave me a little bit more freedom, I would say, to play with my style.
Mhm.
My style was, at that time when I was 16, I had long blonde, very blonde. I started dyeing my hair when I was 16. And when I was 17, I was doing that every single 2 weeks. So yeah, me and my friend, we are obsessed about having like blonde, white hair. Okay. Then we were, I don't know, I was wearing like very weird outfits. For example, I had like red leather pants and that long. I mean, yeah,
Do
can you
you
imagine?
have like
Yeah.
your old clothes somewhere? I would love to see.
I believe maybe in my mom's house, maybe somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you can see in my pictures. That was
Yeah, yeah.
experiment. That I was experimenting with my, with my
Exactly.
body, with my style, and however, I had these long blonde hair, but I always felt that this is not who I am. It's a bit more how people sees me. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, because I sort of, I start flirting with the guys at this, like, 16, 17, and that was very easy to attract them. However, then I felt that I'm not attracting the right audience.
But even now, the blonde girls will always get more attention.
Yeah, but is that exactly who you are, Because once you will get that attention, and those people who will read your code, let's put it in that way, they will not necessarily be the right audience.
Yes,
You know,
true.
I mean, yes, you will get a lot of attention, but then you will not be happy because this is not the attention you actually seeking for, right?
So, do you see yourself, or even maybe in me, do you
Mm.
see the clothes you used to wear, or the manner, not manner, but the inspiration you took from when you were around 17, 18?
Not really. I
No?
mean, the same clothes. No, I would say that now, more trendy or in general, kind of that vintage style comes back. But that is my mom's and my father's style. This style, sort of, flowers, very like bright colors, also very weird material, very weird fabric, old style fabric, and these sort of things, even shoes. I see lots of things coming, but from my mom's age. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I had one dress, I remember. I kept it, and I actually think that that dress would suit you very, very well. My mom's dress. I mean, it was never for my sort of, body, the way it looks weird. But for you, it would suit very, very well, I would say. Well, yeah,
In this
we have
year,
to.
so much stuff built up for me to do in Lithuania.
Yeah, yeah. So we have to ask my mom to send her dress, and you will try, and maybe, hopefully, You will find it interesting as well. So yeah, I mean, things are changing, and that's also one sort of recommendation from my side. Do not get stuck to your style, right? I mean, I tried it all, like we already mentioned. I had, I had the punk period, I had,
I went through it with
yeah,
you.
exactly. I mean, I had it quite few times, to be honest, and I kept something out of it, right? I
Leather
took
jackets is the
something,
main thing you
yes,
kept.
but then you are mixing with something else, and then you're putting something else on top, something weird, something unusual, and then your behavior, your manners, like all these things comes together and creates your own style,
Yeah.
right? And then it's good to try, it's good to experiment, it's good to try different shapes and forms, because then you will see what exactly goes with your inner you,
That's what I
right?
was saying. Style comes with age and maturity and
Totally,
experimenting.
totally.
You're
And
not just gonna invent your style. If you're just gonna do it in one day, it's gonna be from someone else, or you're just gonna collect a bunch of people that you like how they dress. You're not gonna have time to analyze what you're fitting in, or your body type, and you're just gonna take it all and throw it on yourself.
yes, I mean, but then it will not be your natural
It'll be a
style.
trend.
Yes, it will be something you want to follow.
Yeah.
But maybe if you would sort of give a little bit more attention to who you are, right? And if you will experiment a little bit more, and you will be brave, and you will read about different things a little bit more, maybe you will be that person who someone else wants to follow, right? I mean, not necessarily it's a goal, not at all. I
That's the
mean,
best compliment to get. I mean, I've had
exactly.
people tell me like, "I love your style so much," or the most interesting and weirdest compliment I've gotten
Mm-hmm.
about my appearance and mannerism and everything
Mm-hmm.
was this girl told me before class, "I just figured out who you remind me of from your fashion and mannerism,"
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Enola Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the compliment confused me for a moment, but and I asked the first thing, "Is that a compliment?"
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but then I looked more into it and I was like, she's really cool. I love
Mm-hmm.
how she acts and how her like vintage and more Renaissance style.
Mm-hmm.
That era is it's a
Mm-hmm.
very nice compliment.
So it's very good that you found some, or somebody helped you to even, you didn't know, you didn't follow her, right? Before that compliment.
Yeah, yeah,
So that somebody put pass some comment, and then you wanted to see how that person looks like, and then you maybe will take something out of this person's character
yeah.
and put into you if you feel comfortable
And
with
like
it.
from the Renaissance kind of big dresses and everything time, English Renaissance era. That's the time.
Okay.
It's the corsets. The corsets are coming back.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and a lot of girls are around my age. Not corsets to build a specific
Mm-hmm.
body type,
Yes.
but just for the look.
Like accessory.
Accessory,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really cool to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yes.
Like the style, the fashion trends or style uh, parts are coming back from that long ago.
Mm-hmm. And also, what is also important, especially when you are in a foreign country, to keep some unique style about who you are, like, like Lithuanian. Maybe you want to see what your, like, grandfather, mother, or whomever was wearing. Maybe you want to add some your traditional national, some elements into your style, and somehow keep them as well. It also creates that moment that you will be unique,
Yeah,
right? And also you will have a story behind you. If you will use something what gives you the story behind, that will not only help with your style, but also to start a conversation with
yeah.
somebody. Because for them it will be easy to ask, right? Like people sometimes, if they see me a few times, they ask, "Oh, okay, so why do you like black so much?" Do you have any specific reason? Maybe it
Or the
depends on
most the most common thing, you look like you're going to a funeral.
no, never found this comment. No,
Never,
no, never, of course.
really.
No.
When I would wear black always.
Oh,
My
yeah.
great grandma. I remember one day. I was still we were still living in Lithuania, and I didn't wear any black. It was like jeans, light green shirt, and a denim jacket, very light. And she came up to me, took my hands, and said, "Rugilita, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy you didn't wear any black today. You look
Okay.
so pretty."
Okay. Well, that's you
Like,
cannot blame her for saying that, because for her black color has different meaning
yeah,
than
yeah,
for us.
funeral.
And it depends on the yes, it depends on the country you are in,
Yeah.
and lots of things, right? But that's again, uh, style has no trends. Has style has no time, has no boundaries, has no cultural something, right? Style is something you put together,
Yeah.
something unique, right? It's timeless. You don't need to follow any trends. You don't need to see what the designer launched last week
You
and
never did
what
that, and
Kardashians
yeah.
are promoting. You don't need to worry about that you are sending wrong message, because you know what message you want to send. It starts not from your outfit. It starts from your inside. I know what I want to say without even using any words. I know how I want that people would see me, right? And that is the most beautiful thing about style,
Yeah.
that you are helping to somebody read you better, faster, more clear, you know. You are starting to start a conversation. You are helping to start a conversation, right?
Yeah.
You are being associated with some people. Sometimes that can be, you know, it depends what style you will go to. You know, sometimes I found quite few times when people are using lots of, you know, facial piercing and sometimes tattoos and so forth, and they are sort of rebelling, right, against everybody and against the
But then
society.
everyone's doing it.
But however, inside they are so very sensitive.
Yeah, and pure,
Yes,
very
and
wholesome
pure
person.
and beautiful. So their, you know, appearance, visual appearance can be a very, very, you know, misleading.
But
let's
there
say
is a
that.
time where your style is very edgy and you like listen to very like emo or some music, but inside you're very like very nice and
Insecure,
pure.
maybe also that comes with insecurities, that sort of very
No,
mean appearance.
I don't think so.
Mm?
I mean I have that sometimes too. That I have that very rebellish look or
Mm.
punk whatever you want to call it, but then I'm listening to like very very soft music and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good that we have this very powerful tool
Yeah.
to play and to give that message to everybody, right? And it's good that we have to use clothes anyways, right? We have to think what we are going to wear anyways.
Well,
Well,
you can try not to use them, but
yeah, that will not work very well. So why don't we just use these all things what comes with our inner me,
yeah,
right? Where it's like I feel exactly the same how I look like, right? And that will give us that sort of feeling of being full, being aligned with
yeah.
myself. It's not about those, you know, brands and those labels and those expensive stuff and those influencers
Well,
and
if
you
that's
name
if
it.
that's your style and you it makes you feel like you, then go for it.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, it's like it's more, it comes from inside. It comes from something you discovered. Something is about you, you know? Style is timeless. And it has no I don't know, no decent price for it.
Yeah.
Your clothes can be from vintage or secondhand shop. Your clothes can be from, I don't know, very, very expensive ones. As long as it actually matches your inner you,
Yeah.
right? This is the style you have to, I don't know, or I want to have in my life, and I'm seeking for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, there's no right answer for this question, right? I mean, there's no right answer how you should look like. No one can tell you this. You have to discover it yourself. You have to try, be brave, play with things. If you don't have money and you live in the country, like Rugila mentioned, where are lots of vintage shops and second-hand shops, that is a very good and environment-friendly way to try different stuff on you, right? Do that. And one day, once you will see yourself in the mirror and you will feel, oh, okay, this is exactly who I am in my head. You will find that this is your style. And I wish all this for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have something to add on?
No, you said everything perfectly.
Yeah, so yeah, be happy first of all. Give yourself a good self-care and put the smile on your face, and everything will be all right. Ciao, guys. Back
Thank
each
you so
other up.
much.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you for watching us, guys.
And please like, subscribe, and share if you like our video and this channel. And also you can follow us on Spotify and Apple.
Yay!